I don't know what's wrong with us as a society, ne? Crime begins in our own homes. It begins with those dirty family secrets that oppress and dehumanize and remain kept in the closet and swept under rugs. And it manifests itself in a society in which those to whom we pay taxes to protect and serve us end up violating us.
He's eating me! I'm a woman! He's eating me! He's a male officer and he's eating me! Tell him to leave me!
I chatted with the Ombudsman John Walters about the incidents of brutality against the citizens of this country by security forces.
The Inspector General of Police are on record about this violence against women. And now in an operation where we have to protect the rights of citizens, we violate their rights. By what signals that sends out? That the police, the uniformed forces are immune. They can do with impunity. They can violate the rights of other persons. I hope not so. What can we do about this scourge of this ugly and sad, and I don't know what names I can still call it, gender-based violence? I can only refer to that old saying, charity begins at home. It is time that we as parents take up our responsibility to raise gentlemen and not violators of women's rights. And if we have taken up our responsibility at home, then next is our education system. We are compelled to have human rights education in our schools. And human rights education should start at a very tender age. What we have in our school, and I was made to understand, yes, they are. But then my question is, who trained your teachers to part with such knowledge? I've never seen that. But that is where we should start.
During my tete-a-tete with the Ombudsman John Walters, I asked him what he's doing about these violations of citizens by the security forces as the custodian of human rights in the country.
The prime responsibility to promote and protect human rights lies with our government. The Ombudsman is but one of the institutions. And again, I would ask you and all those who criticize my office first to acquaint themselves with the provisions of the Ombudsman's Act. I do not have an express legislative duty to promote human rights. You will not find it in the Constitution, neither in my Act. It's a duty which I assumed and to try to live it up. But promotion of human rights and protection of human rights needs a lot of resources, and that is financial resources. That is number one. Secondly, the Ombudsman is an individual complaint handling mechanism or office. The Act, the Constitutional Act, says that the Ombudsman, on receipt of a complaint of any person, the Ombudsman shall inquire and invest into. I do not have the authority to start an investigation mero motu on my own motion. It's again a duty I assumed. I read into my legislation things which does not expressly was not expressly provided for, which is wrong. But it is to the benefit of the citizens I'm doing. Nobody is prejudiced by that actions of me. So now you ask me. And thirdly, the Ombudsman can only make recommendations. With all this, despite the deficiencies in the legislation and the Constitution, which did not giving me that duties, I'm still doing it. I'm complying with my constitutional and statutory duties as far as my resources allows it.